Hey guys, welcome to SportsBook Advisors. We're back. As some of you may know, we had our channel removed that we were privately called the DFS Mafia. Worked it through another guy that we had that we're working with. I'm going to be leading the videos for him on his channel called the SportsBook Advisors, one of my other buddies, and that's what we're doing now. We'll be called the SportsBook Advisors. But the problem, guys, is we got to start all over, start from scratch. But a lot of you guys who come back and find our channel here, you'll know what we do, what we've done in the past regarding our games and how we play. We take DFS, we play handicapping, betting games, and putting that together and coming up with a solid lineup on the handicapping side and also on the DFS side. Please, guys, before we get started, hit subscribe button, man. We got to get started all over, guys. We got to get it going again. Man, we're up to 2,000 subscribers on the old channel. Now we're back to 0 again, so we got to build it back up again. Really appreciate you guys coming back to us. With new guys who are joining now, we're charging only $10 a month for all our plays on the NBA games and NCAA games that we put out from the year. We did that for football too. We were crushing at 67% of our picks right now, guys. But again, just hit the subscribe button, like the channel, and don't forget to ring that bell. Ring the bell because we do these videos late, guys. We get them out to you usually by 5:30 before 7 o'clock game starts to give you the best odds that we can see on the slate for tonight. And that's the only way we can do it, guys, because we're waiting for to get also DFS stuff to come out regarding projections and everything of ownership projections before we do anything. So don't forget, guys, we call the SportsBook Advisors. Also, we're going to be still going over to our channel on our Twitter page here itself, which you'll see it's the SportsBook Advisors, but under the Mafia DFS, which we were the DFS Mafia. We're going to stay that, but we just changed the name to SportsBook Advisors. So don't forget to follow us over here too, guys. We're always going to pop the video over to our Twitter page also. So let's just jump into it, guys. Let's take a look at some of the things we did last night with our guys that we gave out. This is one of our best lineups that we had last night at 324. Ben Simmons, Zach LaVine, Gallinari. Love the lineup we put together. The only guy we should have pitted it off of, which we were talking about, but we kept it, was Brian Forbes, which would have helped us out a lot. But we doubled up our money here. Mid-range single entry, $4 single entry. We're 84 at 1,100. And the $1 entries, we put the 20, we 425 out of 7,000. So did pretty well last night. Again, what we do, guys, is we play to win money every night. Meaning, if we're going to invest $100 in lineups tonight, we want to win $200. So that's the way we look at everything that we do. We bet $50 on the game, we want to win 50. That's the way we look at it. We're not really big into these huge tournament stuff. We're an odds-driven guys. We're odds. It's all about odds. And we look at our odds are better off doing it this way than trying to chase something. When you chase, that's what happens. You spend all this money to chase something that it's just play the lottery, go play Keno if you want to. And we did a video on our site regarding this, the difference between DFS and betting. What's so different between the two of them, and why it's so hard playing DFS sometimes. Because again, when you bet a game, you got two teams, you got a line in between, and you choose which side you want to be on. But with DFS, besides picking eight positions you got to fill, now you got to go bet. You know, you're going to have a double up. You got 1,300 players right there, so you got to beat another 1,650 of those guys. You got to beat 650 of those guys to beat just to double up your money. So your odds change as you do. Besides putting in your lineup, now you got to beat a certain amount of guys. When you handicap, again, it's one-on-one, me against the book, that line, and which team I want to play. So what we do like last night was a huge name for us. We hit out 2 games last night, and we hit on the DFS side. So again, this is one of our lineups that we did last night. Now, let me go over to our live odds page, just show you a little bit from yesterday what we did. We had the Philadelphia 76ers and the Houston Rockets. Those were our 2 games from last night. Again, both games fit great, especially the Houston Rocket game. Love playing that as we had them as a showdown too. We had Covington as our primary guy on top. Love the slate. We pretty much had most of our guys, 90% of our lineups were just Houston Rockets. We throw in Jason Tatum here and there. We had him in a couple of our lineups too. But kind of just what we did, we won money. That's what we look for doing. We try to take them down, but we don't, our main priority right now, guys, is just winning that money. Just trying to put that investment in. We always talk it's about an investment. Put in 20, you win 40. Put in 40, you win 80. That's what we try to do here. So right now, guys, year to date, we're hitting 67.84% of our games right now. We're 114.55-1. As some of you have been following us when we were on the old channel, know what our records are. We've been giving out games since day one. We know what we can do here and what we've been kicking around. So again, 116.55, up plus 61 units, 67% return on investment, 34%, guys. This is what we do. We just win, and we try to keep You know, we don't win every game, as you can see, but we, you know, this last week we've been doing pretty good. But then we had this break here where we lost 4 in a row. We won 2, lost 1, won 3, then lost 2. Again, it's over time. We keep it's like the stock market, guys. It goes up, it goes down. But again, we start from one point. We want to go up to the top point here. So let's take a look. I'm going to go into today's odds for tonight. Big slate. I mean, huge slate tonight. A couple of games that we're looking at on is the Atlanta Hawks, Cleveland, Washington Wizards, New York, Toronto, Brooklyn, and Portland and Memphis. These are the 4 games that we're looking at tonight. The one game I'm going to tell you right now that we're kind of leaning on the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight against the Atlanta Hawks. Like this game tonight. See a little bit of reverse line move going on. They're pretty banging out Atlanta tonight, and they're not moving the line at all. They're keeping it pretty solid at the 2. Went from 1 to 2, but staying around that 2 right now. Went to 2.5 at one time in Bovada, but right now it's staying around 2. Just like Cleveland tonight, guys, it's just we're looking at the numbers itself, the way they fall into play, the way they're reverse lining moving. There's a little bit steam money coming towards Cleveland too that we're seeing. A lot of contrarian consensus is going the opposite way to Atlanta regarding public money, but we see this as a good play tonight, so we're just going to tell you right now, we're just going to give this game out tonight as one of the games is Cleveland Cavaliers. So our subscription, guys, which we do $10 for the month for, are going to be the other 3 games that we're going to be looking at that we usually give out about a half hour before the games start. This way we can get the best lines for those games and also figure out the best numbers itself. So those are the teams that we're looking around for tonight, just to send it out to you guys now. So let's just jump over to TQE. Now, guys, we've been using TQE for all our videos, and we're going to be doing for all going forward. They got picks, betting, NFL fantasy, NBA fantasy, MLB coming up, UFC. You get $10 off to join through us with the DFS Mafia as your promo code itself. But each one, you get a monthly pass. You could do for all inclusive is $49.90 a month, meaning you get betting and you get DFS stuff for $49. With the $10 discount, it only costs you $39.99. Or you could try to start the 7-day free trial. Just check out all the tools that they have right now. We've been kicking with them, guys. This is who we use. Their projections, their how they figure out. Also, the ownerships have been right on the money. Where we go a little bit contrarian, then we're going to be on the chalk side. That's what helped us last night. We just used their stuff towards what we liked on the DFS side, and that's how we put last night's lineups together, guys. This is what we do. We just use TQE. Great site. You got to try them out. 7 days, guys. Love the stuff they go in here. There's so much stuff you can go through. I'll probably just do a video on this one day this week. We'll just do a video on TQE just to give you some of the ideas of what we do here. But again, guys, try them out. 7 days. You'll love it. Trust me. So let's go to picks and tools here. Let's go over the NBA fantasy. And again, on NBA fantasy, you got the DK optimized. You get the FanDuel optimized, advanced DVP. Love this site that they do here. It's not just the #1 ranked defense, the guy playing against that point. They give it some. They go by, besides that, they use the guy who's playing the game. So it's like putting up Jokic. You're taking a Jokic as a center and comparing him to, say, a guy who doesn't play as much, say he's a Deadman. And they're both centers going up a certain team. Well, you know what? How they play against that is totally different because the centers, they give up the most points to centers, right? But you got to have Jokic as a center towards Deadman, 2 different ball players. So you think Jokic would be a higher fit to what we're going to look at playing up against a team that gives up more points to his center. So they use their what they call advanced DVP, where they put that into play. And let me just show you a quick one for tonight. I'm going to try to look at somebody right now and just kind of give you a look about how this works. Again, you go look for the all season long, how they've done and everything. I could search by a player. Let's just take, let me see who I was going to use tonight. Well, I'm going to put Deadman in because Deadman came up on one of our lists for tonight. So I'm just going to show you this. Oh, man, here you go. They have Dwayne Deadman right now for tonight. So they're going to say a DVP rank. He's the rim protector. He's very good at the rim protector at 25, and he's a stretch 4. So when they look at that, each one comes into different positions here. The point guard, stretch 4, athletic 4, where they're playing in the 4 position itself. So again, he's got a great spot for tonight. We like the price on him also. So we like him playing for one of our guys for tonight. So again, this works to so many different things when you look at certain plays. Let me see. I think it was, let me go Julius Randle, because that's another guy we're going to be playing with tonight. So you got Julius Randle tonight. Again, rebounder, top at 30, score 21, point forward, only around a 7. Got a great matchup tonight against Washington also. So again, it's not just about the position itself. It comes into as how is he as a rebounder, how is he as a scorer, where we can get the most fantasy points out of him. He's got a great spot for tonight also. So let's go. Let's take a look at. Let's put a lineup together, guys. Let's go over here to NBA Fantasy and let's go over to NBA DK. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, it's been we had like a 3-4 week layover because once the other channel was taken down. And again, as you can see here on the left hand side of the screen here, it's constantly updating. It's constantly updating all the way because things change as we get closer and closer. You know, who's not playing, or maybe there's an uptick on someone. All of a sudden, someone's not playing. They're doing shoot around. You go into this constantly going in and updating it, and that's what we always do. And we kind of look to see who's on top. Then we might say, okay, who moved up. Right now, Dwayne Dedman, right now at 4,700. Advanced EVP is at 24. Team total of a 118 against Cleveland. Again, we like Cleveland tonight. So hopefully it's going to be a high-scoring game. But pace 105, usage 16.9, ownership around 24.8, and his price per dollar is 6.2. They're projecting around 29.4 fantasy points. So this is what we kind of look for first, guys, when we do this. We look for the price per dollar of all the plays up on the board for tonight. Then we kind of break it down. We're kind of looking for different things that we're looking for. So we kind of go through salary itself, all the players' the salary for tonight's game. We kind of look through this also. And then we start playing around with the lineups itself. So let's just jump right over to our point guard. Let's start with our first guy for tonight and who we're looking at. And right now we're going to go with Devin Booker. We're going to like against Golden State. Right now, team total of a 116.7, pace of a 104, usage rate almost a 30, usage rate, projected ownership around 20.54, price per dollar around 5.49, but he has a ceiling of 65.8. Love the spot, great positioning for him. Looking into this game also, again, against Golden State. Yeah, so we look the total of the game too right now. Let me just bring this over around 225 right now, went up to 228, someplace at 227. Just like the spot, it's a good spot for him tonight. Again, it's a huge slate tonight. So, but at 20, that's pretty high, you know, ownership for a big slate like tonight. So that's pretty high for Devin Booker. So let's go with him on top. Looking for a shooting guard, kind of coming down a little bit. Let me see if I can get him on this side. I think I could put him over. I'm gonna bring him up here. Gonna look at my guards and the price, because each of the guys we go through is because we, you know, this the great thing about this site is you can look just for guards, forwards by themselves, and then kind of break it down to the positioning. So we kind of like doing this and then searching through and everything of all the plays we want to use with. But the Anthony Melton tonight at 4,100, advanced EVP of 23. Team total of about 119.7. Great, you know, high numbers itself. We're looking at projection around 16.85 ownership with a 5.47 price per dollar, projecting around 22.4. So we're going to land on him tonight for our point guard for tonight. But again, I'm going to take him out of here. I'm going to take him out. I'm going to move him over to shooting guard. So he's going to go with our shooting guard position. Now I'm going to skip over to small forward. For now, I'm going to bring this over to my power forward and I'm going to go with Julius Randle that we talked about earlier. Kind of liked him in this spot for tonight. And at 8,600, his advanced DVP is a 20, team total of a 115, pace of a 109, usage of 27.8, ownership around 24.3 with a price per $1.05 with a ceiling of 62.2. Again, like him in this tonight, so we're putting him in as our starting power forward position. Going towards center, couple of guys we're looking at. Again, you have Dedman up there that we thought about also. But coming down here, we're going to go with Ibaka here at 6,300. Advanced DVP of 18, going against Brooklyn. Team total of 113.7 with a pace of 102. Usage rate around a 23, which is great. Ownership around 23.21 with a price per $1.06 with a 38 projection with a 53.2 of the ceiling. So we're going to lock in Serge here as our center. Now, again, what we do all the time, I'm looking at some of the guys that we were looking at here. So kind of checking around these guys. Now, if we wanted to kind of save some money, I might go down here and look at Dwayne Dedman here and bringing him in also here. Thought about this. But one of the guys who's coming up really high tonight, high ownership too. Let me see if I can get him in here. Into my power, let me show all. Is Diallo tonight. Oh, excuse me, guys. His ownership was straight through the roof here at 67.9 as a power forward position here. At 5,000, advanced DP give 18, team total 116. 6.7, 67% ownership. I mean, 7 out of 10 lineups are going to have him in there. So I don't mind putting him in there for a little bit of the chalk to offset the rest of our lineup that we have there. So it might not be bad. We'll be with the group, but in the same time, we'll have some little differentiation of what we're going to be doing here. Because having him in there, I think I'm going to pull it down. Looking at some of these guys and going up to Dwayne Dedmon here, and I got basically 37, so I got about, so let's say a little over 12.9 left to fit into 2 positions. So I got 6,000 each for each position still to go through. So you got Booker, Melton, Randall, Ibaka, Diallo, and Dedmon. That's our starting core guys, 6 guys that we're looking at tonight. Again, I love the site here. I mean, I can hit the optimizer. It'll fill it in, move the guys around to get the best lineup possible. It'll do the price projections also. So if I optimize it out here, comes up with a 278.9 or 49.9 use of salary. So brought in Bledsoe and Jay Crowder. Those are the 2 other guys that brought into the lineup that we picked outside of the numbers. Love the site, guys. I mean, it's so many different things. And again, in the video itself, as we get closer to game time, we will update the top price per dollar guys. Usually we'll update the guys over 6X. Anybody over 6X. So you got Ibaka, Ish Smith on Washington, James Johnson on Minnesota, and Dwayne Dedmon. So these are the top 4 guys right now hitting 6X at the prices that they have for tonight. As we get closer, guys, it's going to change. It usually changes by game time. So again, we'll leave a comment at the video at the bottom regarding those updates. So make sure you like and subscribe. So when we do the comments, you'll see it and say, okay, might all of a sudden Diallo might move from here this position to come up to 6 or 7. We don't know. Last night we had a couple guys at 7. Hitting that number, he just missed it out. One of the guys, he hit it at 6X. He didn't hit the 7. But again, for the value, it was still worth it. So a guy at 3,500 is worth that chance at 6X. So even if he just hits 5X, he hits 15 to 16, he's in that range. He's not going to hurt the lineup as much as a big value guy or a big high price guy. But that's it, guys. Again, kind of a little rusty, because we've been off for a little while. But again, still been handicapping the games and picking our lineups to what we've been playing, how we've been winning our games and stuff too. But kind of stick to this philosophy of playing and winning is just winning money. We're not looking to hit tournaments. We're not looking to hit that big number. If we do, great. But what our goal is to just kind of come in, get our money, and get out. Meaning, just let's make some money and go up and we'll play for the next day. We'll take our chances every once in a while when we feel like it's that time. Usually in a smaller slate, we'll go after that. But in tonight's kind of slate, we're going to hang around with this type of lineup. But that's it, guys. It's about 5:15 right now. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, we're under a new title here, the SportsBook Advisors. Starting all brand new. Put up this video the other day, the DFS and sports betting, how to win betting sports for a living. Check that video out also, guys. We just got it out. We got to get the traction going on and make sure everybody starts seeing us again. So hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Take care, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.